My name's Dr. Harrison Wick. I'm the Special Collections Librarian and University Archivist here at IUP. I have been here since 2007. I have master's degrees in library science and history, and I earned my doctorate here in professional studies in education. The IUP Special Collections and University Archives that's what we're here for, is for our students. Our primary mission is to support student engagement, faculty research, and researchers from the community as well, and visiting scholars. We get requests from all over the world. You'd be amazed. I had a researcher come from China only last week. As you've seen, we have quite a few different rare books, everything from modern to ancient. The oldest thing we have is a cuneiform tablet from about 4,200 years ago. It was from the third dynasty of Ur from Mesopotamia. And we are very fortunate to have all of Charles Darwin's first editions. That was made possible by a donation in the memory of our government documents librarian, Paul Hicks. One of my favorites is Charles Dickens. We have all of Charles Dickens' first editions, including Tale of Two Cities. And our copy of Tale of Two Cities is in a remarkable condition, for considering it's 160 years old. As you can tell from many of our rare books, condition, you have to remember that our resources we're here for our students. Book conservation is very important. Not all books warrant it. Some works are set away for professional conservation. We use either Wirt bookbinding in Harrisburg, or we send books that might require more detailed work to Etherington Conservation. And we actually have we actually just created a program called Adopt a Rare Book that allows people to donate money to be able to support the conservation of some of these titles, because it's very expensive. One book could cost $2,000 to restore, so it's something we can't do for everything. So, for example, this is a custom clamshell box for the Dutch New Testament from 1569, and this allows the book to be protected from dust and excess handling. This is very common for rare books, but we don't have them for all of our collection. We just have it for the ones that are deemed more important than others necessarily. But this is very common. You have the title and the call number. All of our books are in Library of Congress classification. We collect a lot of different things. In addition to the university history and manuscript groups, which document Western Pennsylvania mostly. We also have collections of the Pennsylvania books, and that was actually, the Pennsylvania collection was actually the first part of the rare book collection that was started. And then the rare book collection has been collected from both the library circulating collection and through endowments to be able to build different subject areas. So these are all very important for research. The institutional history of IUP, which has changed substantially and has significant holdings in publications, as well as changes in the history and infrastructure of the school. Yes, we have lots of artifacts. Archives and special collections aren't necessarily museums. We do have displays, but significant artifact collections, including coal culture. The Rochester and Pittsburgh Coal Company is one of the largest collections we have, period. It's 2,000 linear feet of material. We've done exhibits on Pennsylvania coal culture. I've actually curated several different exhibits, and we've put together artifact collections, including that often feature our archival collections, but also we have objects too. Civil War sword that belonged to his name was a White. He was a Civil War cavalry officer for the Union Army, and we have the Civil War sword, and you never know what you're going to find. but we don't have any other weapons per se. Another collection we have is the papers of Congressman John Saylor, who was an environmentalist, and he passed away in 1973. And we received his papers from his son, and that's a significant collection for Western Pennsylvania especially, but he was an environmentalist and a United States congressman. So I am the only person who does my job. We have students and volunteers and interns that help us as well. There are many different projects, grant projects to collect oral history interviews, to digitize media. A big part of the problem we run into is the technological obsolescence of old formats of media. And this can include audio cassette tapes, 16 millimeter reel-to-reel. Those are the biggest collections we have of media. But in terms of video, yes, we work with different departments on campus to collect as much video as we can. And electronic records, it's a challenge, but we have to continue to document the university. It's a big part of what I do. What I have noticed is that we're moving from paper-based documents to electronic-based documents, and not just PDF files, but also cloud-based and web-based resources that are harder to document. This is a challenge. Catalogs, for example, let's say the undergraduate catalog. 20 years ago, that would have been printed, sent to you as a prospective student. Nowadays, those are only produced as PDF files. They're not printed anymore. And this is a genuine problem for archiving. Think about what the permanent record's going to look like 50 years from now. Let's say you want to look at the catalog from 2020. It doesn't exist except for a PDF file. So it's a challenging job, but it's a lot of fun. Well, we're open by appointment. People can come in and conduct research. Materials in special collections do not circulate, unlike the circulating collection on the second and third floor. What we do have has to be used here, and that's to protect the collections from excess damage more than anything else. But a big part of what we do is online research as well as in person. So we have flexibility and options for people that aren't able to come here from another country, let's say. I had a researcher contact me from Shanghai, and they're still very much in lockdown because of COVID-19. And COVID-19 is a very good something to talk about. We've been trying to document COVID-19 on campus and in the community, and the impact that it has had at the university and the world in general. And that's been a project that has led to grant funding to interview people about their experiences, as well as to trying to document the physical record, because like I said, everything's moving towards a virtual electronic future. We need to try to have a physical presence for a permanent record. We have collected information about art here. I have this is our newest history of IUP, and this was done by Dr. Charles Cashdollar. He spent about 3 years up here documenting this, all mostly during COVID-19. And this book talks about everything: student enrollment, our first African-American students who were here on campus. Bianca Parker, she was here in 1893. And this book's a real revelation. Our last history was published in 1991, 30 years ago. So this is, as you can tell, it's quite substantial. And but there's opportunities for research, and many of our students have participated in different projects to try to document campus. It's been a lot of fun. I really enjoy working with our students, and they come from all different walks of life and are involved in many diverse subject areas. The IUP Special Collections and University Archives is here to support you. Our students are welcome to visit. We're in Stapleton Library, room 302. You can contact me by email at hwick@iup.edu. and we're open to help you in all your research needs.
All right. That's awesome.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you so much.